Imagine discovering a way to beat a billion-dollar gambling market, not with luck, but with mathematics. This is the true story of Bill Benter, a physicist turned gambler who used statistics, computers, and probability theory to become one of the most successful gamblers in history. Benter didn't start with horse racing. In the 1970s, he began as a blackjack card counter after reading a book by mathematician Edward Thorpe. Like many successful card counters, he was eventually banned from casinos, but instead of quitting, Benter looked for another game where mathematics could beat the house. He found it in horse racing. In the early 1980s, Benter teamed up with Alan Woods. Together, they moved to Hong Kong with $150,000 and a radical idea: treat horse racing like a financial market. Most gamblers try to pick winners. Benter approached the problem differently. He asked a much more powerful question: what is the true probability that each horse wins? Using early computers, Benter and his team built a statistical model to estimate those probabilities. Their system analyzed more than 100 different variables for every horse in every race. These included speed figures, past performance, jockey skill, trainer statistics, track conditions, weight carried, and even how a race's pace might unfold. The model used a mathematical technique called a multinomial logic model, similar to what modern machine learning systems use to rank probabilities among multiple outcomes. But Benter made a discovery that changed everything. He realized that the betting crowd itself contained valuable information. Instead of ignoring the public odds, he blended them with his model. In effect, he realized that public sentiment could be leveraged to find specific profit opportunities, creating a powerful ensemble model decades before the term became popular. The goal wasn't to perfectly predict the winner. The goal was to identify mispriced probabilities. If his model saw a 40% win chance, but the market only saw 30%, that horse was an opportunity. Not because it was guaranteed to win, but because the odds were wrong. Benter called these opportunities overlays. Once his system identified them, the next step was deciding how much to bet. For that, he used a strategy based on the Kelly criterion, a mathematical formula designed to maximize long-term growth of a bankroll. By the 1990s, Benter's operation looked less like gambling and more like a hedge fund. His team of programmers processed massive amounts of data and placed bets just minutes before each race. The Hong Kong betting pools were enormous, allowing the syndicate to wager millions of dollars across many races. The edge on each bet was small, but over thousands of bets, the profits became extraordinary. Over time, Benter's system generated hundreds of millions of dollars, with estimates suggesting total winnings approaching $1 billion. But success didn't happen overnight. The early versions of the model lost money. It took years of refinement, calibration, and data analysis before the system became reliably profitable. In the end, Benter proved something remarkable. Gambling markets, even massive ones, can be beaten if you understand probability better than the crowd. As Benter himself once explained, gambling isn't about predicting the future, it's about finding situations where the odds are wrong. In many ways, Bill Benter wasn't just a gambler. He was one of the earliest quantitative traders, using data science decades before it became mainstream. And he did it all at the racetrack.